Utica Zoo's big...
With Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday, August 2nd. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist James DeFazio is in the Weather Center tracking some picture-perfect weather for the next couple of days, actually, James, right?
Yes, it's perfectly said. We're just going to have to deal with one issue this weekend.
A little fog.
A little bit of hazy conditions tomorrow. We're going to have to deal with a little bit of wildfire smoke, but today looks near perfect. Take a look at our forecast for the weekend. Upper 70s today, low levels of humidity, extremely comfortable weather. The smoke begins to move in, but it's extremely light and very, very hard to notice today. That changes tomorrow, becomes a little bit thicker. It's also a little warmer tomorrow. We climb up into the 80s, but widespread sunshine. We are entering a very nice stretch of weather. Mostly sunny skies in downtown Utica this morning. We're warming up steadily after a very chilly night overnight. Lows across the area were all the way down into the upper 30s in Old Forge. More locally, Rome hit 46 for a low. Quiet and dry on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and that is going to continue through the weekend into next week. We're up to 59 degrees in Rome with sunny skies, calm winds, and a low dew point. Humidity remains comfortable through the weekend. Through the weekend, we see very comfortable levels of humidity. Again, this wildfire smoke very, very thick across the Midwest right now. As the wind turns more westerly this afternoon, it begins to work into central New York. We're going to take a further look at how that smoke progresses through the weekend. But for today, we don't have to worry about too many issues. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Highs are going to be right around 78 degrees. Katrina?
Beautiful weather. Well, the states of
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday morning. We're warming up quickly after a very cool night. Some of us got all the way down into the upper 30s. Old Forge's low was 39 degrees last night. Got down to 46 at Griffiths and Rome. Much warmer conditions are working in, and fog is beginning to burn off. Take a look at downtown Utica, where there really has been no fog. Even off the tower cam this morning, the fog wasn't too dense. The southern valleys, that seemed to be much different. Oneonta, some very, very sporadic areas of reduced visibility, but that is going to quickly disappear if there are any areas left of isolated fog due to these warming conditions. We're up to the upper 50s already, 59 degrees with mostly sunny skies. We're tracking a near perfect weather weekend. The one thing we have to keep an eye on is the Canadian wildfire smoke, which looks to return by Sunday. And we're starting a beautiful stretch of dry, sunny weather, which continues well into next week. It is 59 degrees with sunny skies up in Rome, calm winds, and a low dew point, making for comfortable levels of humidity, and that continues today. And it doesn't just continue today, it continues tomorrow as well. Low levels of humidity for the entirety of the weekend. It's going to be a very comfortable, very, very nice weekend, as long as we can avoid deterioration of air quality. Dry weather on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and it stays that way for several days. We're not seeing any rainfall in the near future. The smoke forecast, I'm going to step off to the side a little bit. The Midwest is really being choked right now. Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Indiana, and Illinois, all under air quality alerts. The smoke is going to work in our direction. As the day progresses today, it overspreads all of New York State, but it's very, very light, and it takes all day to do so. It's almost not even noticeable today. That changes during the day on Sunday. By Sunday afternoon, the smoke looks to get much thicker, especially across northern portions of the viewing area. North of Utica looks to see very hazy conditions tomorrow afternoon. But for now, just moderate impacts to air quality. We're not expecting major impacts. If that changes, we obviously will let you know. This is all due to an area of high pressure that is also driving our incredibly sunny weather. But once this high pressure fully settles over central New York, it's going to change our wind direction to just enough out of the west-northwest to draw that smoke in our direction. We're tracking a steady warm-up through the weekend. We're into the mid-80s by next week. Humidity looks to return on Tuesday. Beautiful forecast for Brewfest tonight. Starts off in mid-70s with widespread sunshine, a dry night with very pleasant conditions. A look at your 7-day forecast. Fantastic weather this weekend. Hazy tomorrow afternoon as that smoke works in from the north and from the west. A sunny day yet again on Monday. And then we settle into several days of partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-80s for several consecutive days. No rainfall on the 7-day forecast right now. You know what? This blew my mind.
I was going to go with sea turtles because that makes sense.
I'll preface this. Sea turtle is, they consider a sea turtle a land animal because it lays eggs
on land. But our director, Ed, who's always right, says sloths.
You guys are both wrong.
What is it?
Scorpions can hold their breath for up to 6 days. 6 days. They have a special type of lung.
I would pass out.
Yeah, it's very, very bizarre. Sea turtles can hold their breath for up to like 4 to 6 hours, which is incredibly impressive. And I also found it interesting, too, that sloths can hold their breaths for 40 minutes.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah,
but scorpions, my goodness.
6 days.
6 days.
Yeah.
You can't wait them out.
Oh.
All right, thank you so much. Well, the Women's Fund of Herkimer and Oneida joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. Going to get right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist James DeFazio because there is so much to do this weekend and we have a picture-perfect forecast today for that.
Yes, it is a perfect weekend for outdoor events and I'm so happy to be giving everyone good news.
There's a lot going
on. If you
on.
have anything going on outdoors today, you're going to be enjoying beautiful conditions. 78 degrees for a high today with pleasant conditions. We steadily rise in temperature after a chilly night. We warm all the way up into the upper 70s. Tomorrow, we're tracking some hazier conditions, a little bit warmer as well, into the low 80s. We're going to keep a very close eye on wildfire smoke. While mostly sunny skies have developed in downtown Utica, and temperatures have steadily risen after a chilly night. Lows at Rome, Griffiths and Rome last night were 46 degrees. Old Forge got all the way down to 39 degrees. Completely dry on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and that's not going to change for several days. Up to 59 degrees now at Rome with sunny skies, calm winds, very comfortable levels of humidity, and that continues through the weekend. Tracking this smoke, it will make its return today, but it will be light and will be hardly noticeable at all. We're not expecting any impacts today from the smoke. That changes tomorrow, and we're going to take a look at that when we get into full weather. But today, beautiful conditions, nothing to worry about, highs in the upper 70s, a great day to get out and enjoy the activities. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Spencer. Spencer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday morning. After a chilly start and a chilly Friday night, we are warming up steadily this morning with widespread sunshine, and it's going to be an absolutely near perfect day this Saturday. Take a look at downtown Utica where you can see mostly sunny skies, plenty of sunshine reflecting off that pavement, and we've warmed up steadily. Lows last night were all the way down in the mid to upper 40s. Old Forge got as low as 39 degrees. We're all the way back up to 59 degrees in downtown Utica, and we're going to continue to steadily rise. Near perfect weather this weekend. We're continuing to track Canadian wildfire smoke. It looks to return by Sunday. It does return today, but it'll be hardly noticeable. We're going to take a look at that coming up. Beautiful stretch of dry weather. Several consecutive days of dry, sunny weather continue into next week. Current conditions in Rome, 59 degrees with sunny skies, calm winds, a low dew point. We're going to see low levels of humidity through the entirety of the weekend. Quiet and dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and that continues for several days. Taking a look at this wildfire smoke, it remains to our west right now. Air quality alerts currently in effect for the entirety of the Midwest. This smoke is going to work in our direction as the weekend progresses. It does overspread New York State today. However, today it overspread overspreads very lightly to the point that it's almost not even noticeable. It's not even going to affect our air quality very much at all. As we head into Sunday, that changes. The level of smoke gets thicker. We really notice it as we head into the afternoon hours, and it looks to be the thickest north of Utica across portions of northern Oneida County, northern Herkimer County. Air quality is expected to have moderate impacts. We're not expecting major impacts. This could end up getting into orange by the time we get into Sunday afternoon, but we're not expecting major impacts. We're not going to get into the red and the pink like we did 2 years ago, simply because these fires are burning so much farther away than they were 2 years ago. So what is bringing that smoke in our direction? The same thing that's also bringing us this beautiful sunny weather, high pressure. High pressure settles over central New York, and as we get clockwise winds working around these high pressure, it's going to draw the smoke in from the north and from the west. And once it overspreads, it will slowly get worse as the weekend progresses. We warm up all the way into the mid-80s for next week, and it stays in the mid-80s next week. Humidity doesn't arrive until Tuesday, several days of pleasant weather. Brewfest forecast for tonight looks fantastic. Going to start off in the mid-70s with clear skies and plenty of sunshine. A look at your 7-day forecast. Hazy tomorrow afternoon as that smoke begins to work in. Very warm to start the week with widespread sunshine. We settle in to a very dry stretch of weather and highs in the mid-80s. A very, very nice 7-day forecast. When was the first rodeo ever held, Katrina?
Got to be the first date you have there, 1883. I feel like they've been around since the beginning of time.
You guys got that? Yep,
in the
you're
US.
correct. Yep. So it is debated. There's a city in Arizona that wants to claim that they had the first one, but the one that is the most accepted is Pecos, Texas. The thing that I found it really interesting about this was even all the way back in 1883, the Cowboys all wanted to compete because for prize money.
That's what they do, right?
It was for money. It was all, it was a competition.
Yeah. Have you been to a rodeo?
Now, I have when I was very young.
You need
very
to go
young.
again.
I know.
It's a good time.
My parents took me when I was a kid.
All right. Thank you, James. Well, if you're looking...
Look forecast tonight with meteorologist James DeFazio. Utica Brewfest tonight.
Perfect night to get out and have a brew at the Utica Brewfest. I mean, it's a perfect night out there right now. Air quality hasn't gotten poor yet. It's not unhealthy, it's not hazardous to be out there yet. Beautiful conditions tonight. Brewfest, a really, really perfect forecast, to be honest with you. Mostly sunny skies in downtown Utica. Not too much of a haze yet on the downtown Utica cam off the Nexus Center. Mostly sunny skies today. It's been a beautiful day. Dry weather on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and that is going to continue for several more days. 76 degrees with mostly sunny skies up in Rome. Comfortable levels of humidity with dew points in the low 50s, all the way down at 51 degrees. Wildfire smoke has worked its way back into our area. However, it is not thick yet. We're going to continue to keep a very close eye on this. We do have an air quality alert that goes into effect at midnight tonight for areas across the northern portions of the viewing area. And we're going to break down the wildfire smoke forecast coming up. Tonight, expect sun and haze with temperatures in the low 70s. And again, we'll break down that smoke forecast coming right up. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. The Greenfield Fish in...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. It was an absolutely beautiful day in Central New York, and it continues to be a beautiful evening in Central New York. And the weather is going to continue to be beautiful. We just have to deal with reduced levels of air quality as wildfire smoke works its way in tonight into tomorrow morning. But right now, downtown Utica, we're still dealing with good air quality, mostly sunny skies. You can see that it's primarily blue in the distance. If you take a longer exposure look and a longer distance view off our tower cam, the haze becomes more noticeable. However, it's still not too thick yet. The smoke will continue to build in overnight tonight. By this time tomorrow, I do believe it will be much worse. Air quality alerts are in place for Hamilton, Northern Herkimer, and Lewis counties. This goes into effect at midnight and continues until midnight tomorrow night. I'm going to be honest, I expect all of central New York to be included in these air quality alerts by midday tomorrow. It may take until noon tomorrow for these areas to be equivalently affected by the smoke, but I do believe that they will get into it. Beautiful weather continues this evening. The smoke continually gets worse during the day on Sunday, and then a beautiful stretch of dry weather continues into next week. 76 degrees with mostly sunny skies in Rome, a light breeze at 8 miles per hour with very comfortable dew points, very, very comfortable air. It's just a great night to be outdoors. Perfect temperatures without the humidity. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 radar is dry, and it's going to stay that way through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Again, wildfire smoke has begun to work into the area, but it is very light right now and unhazardous. That slowly begins to change as we move into Sunday. As we head into Sunday afternoon, it becomes much more thick, much more dense. And again, this is when I expect those air quality alerts to be issued for all of Oneida County for Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And that smoke looks to stick around through Sunday night into Sunday morning, at least until midday on Monday. Right now, air quality, just a couple of moderate impacts from now through Sunday morning. Until Sunday afternoon, we're only in the yellow. We're not going to get into these red and pink areas that we got into a couple of years ago. We will likely get into that orange zone where it's unhealthy, slightly unhealthy for all, but we're not going to get into that extreme levels of poor air quality like we saw 2 years ago. And that's due to how far away the fires are. It does steadily warm up throughout the weekend. It's warmer tomorrow. We crack 80. We're into the mid-80s for most of next week. The humidity looks to return on Tuesday. It slowly continues to build the humidity into Wednesday. Tonight, lows are not quite as cool. We got very cold last night. Lows got all the way down to the upper 30s in Old Forge. Tonight, we're expecting lows to be in the upper 40s to low 50s. And tomorrow, we rebound very quickly with sunshine right into the low 80s. Tonight, about 51 degrees with clear skies for lows in the city of Utica. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast. Hazy skies tomorrow. I may have to extend the hazy into Monday as well, as that wildfire smoke looks to be around at least through the morning hours on Monday. Partly sunny and dry weather to begin the week with temperatures in the mid-80s. Next chance for a shower is on Thursday, but it would be scattered, and then the dry weather settles back in for the weekend.
Kinney.
We'll get to those stories in a moment, but first, wildfire smoke has started to move into the area. It could potentially affect air quality as we move through the latter half of the weekend. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist James DeFazio is tracking that. We can see it.
Yes.
Right now, modeled to be just over Lake Ontario.
Yes. Right now, the thickest of the smoke remains over the Midwest. However, with this westerly wind working in our direction, we're going to continue to see the smoke get thicker and thicker as we head through the day on Sunday. We're seeing somewhat reduced levels of air quality right now. It's not hazardous or unhealthy at this time. I do expect that to change, though, as we head into the second half of Sunday. You can see that the colors begin to get a little bit deeper. We're going to take a further look at that coming up in full weather and really break down the smoke forecast. Tonight, though, clear skies, non-hazardous air quality out there tonight with clear skies, not as cold of a night as last night. Very dry weather continues on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Nothing to show you. 57 degrees with clear skies in Rome. It remains at comfortable levels of humidity, and that continues through the weekend. Lows tonight in the low 50s for the city of Utica and the Mohawk Valley. Some of the rural areas make it into the upper 40s, but we're not going to see those upper 30s that we saw the night prior. Tomorrow, we're going to climb up into the low 80s, but it's going to be very hazy due to that wildfire smoke. Coming up, we'll take a further look at that smoke forecast. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. It's hard to believe, but for over a quarter century,
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. It was a beautiful day across central New York. Got very warm, but not too warm, upper 70s with plenty of sunshine. Air quality wasn't affected yet. Unfortunately, that changes as we head into Sunday. Taking a look at downtown Utica, mostly clear skies yet again tonight. A light haze in the distance and a light haze in front of the lights if you look very closely. Temperatures at 57 degrees, going to be relatively stable overnight. We're going to drop down a little bit. Lows right around 53 for the city of Utica. Air quality alerts go into effect at midnight tonight for Hamilton, Northern Herkimer, and for Lewis counties, and those are in effect from midnight tonight until midnight tomorrow night. I do expect these air quality alerts to get extended and expanded. I expect more to be issued for the rest of central New York for the second half of Sunday as the smoke continues to thicken during the day on Sunday. We're tracking beautiful weather to continue tomorrow, another beautiful day on Sunday aside from the smoke that's in the air. Wildfire smoke will get worse during Sunday as the day progresses. The afternoon will be much worse than the morning. Beautiful stretch of dry weather continues into next week, several consecutive sunny, dry days. 57 degrees as well up in Rome with clear skies. Very low dew points, very comfortable conditions, very good sleep weather. Low humidity continues through the rest of the weekend. Quiet and dry on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Dry weather continues through the rest of the weekend and into the start of next week. Wildfire smoke has moved into New York State and central New York. It is rather light right now for most areas. However, that does begin to change as we head into tomorrow morning. Those air quality advisories go into effect for the counties to the north of Utica because the smoke works in from the north, but it overspreads all of central New York by midday tomorrow. By the evening hours, we really see thicker, dense smoke. These darker greens and yellows showing up on here indicating the smoke getting thicker. Heavy levels of smoke all the way into Monday morning. Hopefully, by the Monday evening, things will improve. We're going to say at this point unhealthy for some air quality on Sunday. I may have to upgrade this to unhealthy depending on how polluted the air gets. But for now, unhealthy for some, not expecting things to get too terrible. Your Clinton Tractor and Implement MoCast, three dry days consecutively, and we warm up consistently all the way up into the mid-80s. Tonight, lows not nearly as low as the night prior, only going to be right around 50 degrees, right around the low 50s, upper 40s for the North Country. Look at the 7-day forecast. Unfortunately, yes, I had to add another day of hazy on there as that smoke looks to continue into Monday. Fortunately, so does dry, sunny weather, partly sunny weather Tuesday, Wednesday, mid-80s. Next chance for rainfall Thursday afternoon.
Do you have stains in your